Welcome back to the glorious Peak District, more specifically the path leading over the hill from Bakewell to the Monsell Trail. So why are we here? I'm out with my daughter, who's just disappearing off into the distance there, and we've come for a quick overnighter, but as she's joining the army, I decided to load her up with some kit, bring her out, and let's try and build up some mileage for her. So we're here to do the White to Dark Peak route, which is a route which I think has been around for about 5 or 6 years, and it was set up to commemorate the 25th anniversary of the Country Walking magazine. So we're going to pass a lot of places that we've been before, but we're going to go from Bakewell, weaving up and over around Stanage and places like that, over Win Hill, and finish at Hope tomorrow. So let's see what the route has in store. Let's do it. Okay, so the route in total is around about 27 miles. So we've left Bakewell, we've joined the Monsell Trail, and we're going to go through in a moment the Headstone Tunnel, over the Headstone Viaduct, and then we're going to go down past Crest Brookdale, up Crest Brookdale, and we're going to end up coming out the top towards Fullow, Eyam, over the top of Eyam Moor, and then eventually down to Hathersage. After that, we're going to climb upwards towards Stanage Edge, come back round to the Ladybow Reservoir, and then climb up Win Hill and down into Hope. So it's going to be a good route. Not 100% sure we're going to camp yet, but we'll just see how many miles we get in. It's just around about 20 past 2 in the afternoon now, but it's a beautiful day. We couldn't have picked better weather. Let's head through the tunnel. It's lovely and cool inside the tunnel. It's low 20s outside, but yeah, nice to be in here. So here we are on the iconic Headstone Viaduct here in Monselldale. Beautiful place, and I know that there'd be a nice ice cream waiting up the hill, but we've got to keep moving. Sorry about that, Amy. So we're just heading through Crest Brookdale now. We're quite high up on the valley side, but that's one of the beauties of taking different paths. I mean, this route is a prescribed route, and when I come this way I always come on the lower path past the beautiful cottages down there, but it's nice to take a higher route because it is quite muddy down there at the best of times. So it feels really good to be back out again with the camera. We have been out quite a lot actually, out walking, running and cycling and things like that, as Amy's getting ready to go in the army, and she just finished the GCSE exams. At least that's out of the way now. So this summer is a summer of adventure. We've got quite a few things planned. One of them being we're going to Ireland next week. Almost broke my ankle there, we almost weren't going to Ireland. Last year, instead of Glastonbury, we did the highest peak in the Republic of Ireland, which is Carrauntoohil Hill, and this time we're going to Northern Ireland, also Republic as well, and we're going to climb Slieve Donard. Please do not shoot me for mispronunciation of that. So that will probably be the video after this one. But it is good to be back out with the camera. I think the last time I did a video in the Peak District was when my friend Ray and I did the cycling around the chain of reservoirs in the Upper Derwent Valley with the drone shot above the plug hole. But we have been out quite a lot. I've lost tons of weight because we've been doing a lot of exercise, but I just haven't had the camera with me. But it's good to talk to you all once again. The river's bone dry. It's beautiful in Crest Brookdale, and even more so when the river's flowing. So we've now arrived at Lytton, the village of Lytton, and there's the shop in the background, and because the shop was there and it's a warm day, couldn't resist ice cream. But we're going to continue on in a moment over towards Foulot, but for now we'll relax in the shade. Right in the distance there is Win Hill, which we'll be crossing tomorrow. But now we're heading back down towards the crossing near Crest Brookdale. There we are, Peter's Stone, aka Gibbet Rock, and that was the site of Derbyshire's last ever gibbeting. And if you look in the description, there'll be a link to a video where I visit the top and talk about the gruesome history. So we're now approaching the village of Eyam, the Clague village, and for the last like 3 miles Amy's been almost running. You can tell that she's been doing some fitness. I can't keep up, I'll be honest. I'm trying to pace myself, but we're making good progress. It's a beautiful evening, it really is. Whew. We're almost at the top of the climb now, out of Eyam towards Sir William Hill, and that was quite a tough one at this stage in the day anyway. There's Eyam down in the valley, and we're heading this way now, over the fence up towards Sir William Hill. So we've made it up onto the tops now on Eyam Moor near Sir William Hill, and the views are spectacular. Amy's keeping an eye out for Hope, or the hill that leads into the valley. I've not told her yet that we're going up Stanage Edge tomorrow, which she can see over there. I did mention Win Hill, but I'll tell her shortly. I don't want to demoralise her too much. But we're in good spirits actually. She's doing really well. Very impressed. Here we are. Fantastic views. We've chosen a camp spot, just in a bit of a ditch here. And we can look down to there while we're having our dinner this evening. And hopefully, perhaps, we might get a bit of a sunset, you never know. Or at least some interesting colours. Let's get pitching. So we've got a tent each this evening. Amy's in the trusty old Wild Country Zephyrus 1, and I've got the Lux Hex Peak. This is its first outing since Tasmania, so I'm hoping I've included the pole extender, because you have to attach these 2 outkit poles together to form the middle support. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I've got that adapter. We're all pitched up. The Zephyrus has still got a broken door. It's had a broken door for around about 2.5 years, and I haven't got around to fixing it yet, to the point where I just bought the Lux instead. I have got all the kit to do it, but I haven't done it yet. It does still close, but it isn't great. But I've pitched it away from the wind, and we aren't forecasting any rain tonight. Thankfully I had all the kit with me to be able to pitch the Lux, no problem, and it's quite a novelty for me. I've got my own chef this evening. Good stuff. The chef's doing a good job this evening. Quite looking forward to tucking into that one. So right on the hill there is a trig point, and that's Sir William Hill. And we'll just quickly pan around and and see what we can see. In the centre there is Mamtor, the massive Kinder, and there's the Great Ridge just pointing out through there. I've already said Win Hill and Lady Bower, you can just see it, and Stanage and Bamford Edges. And we've got Hathersidge and Carl Walk and Millstone Edge, and well, we've got White Edge over there, Froggatt, and all the way down to Baslow Edge, Kerber, and it's looking good. It's looking like a really nice evening, and we're pitched just out of the wind in this bit of a dip here, so we're all good. So it's around about 9:15 now, and we've eaten, and the wind has dropped ever so slightly, but that means that the midges are out in force, so it won't be long before it's time to call it a night, I don't think. Last time, or a few times ago anyway, Amy and I camped on Crookston Knoll on Kinder Scout, and the midges were absolutely horrendous because there wasn't a breath of wind, so we got eaten alive. Not quite as bad as the time when I camped with my friend Jay in the forest at Wooler Knoll. I was like the elephant man in the morning because we bivvied and the midges managed to get through my midge net, so life venture. I think it was one that was from Go Outdoors. It was pointless. Right, so I think it's time to get in the tents out of the way of these blighters. So that's it. It's around about 9:35 and I've just stuck my head outside the tent and there's no sign of a sunset. It's quite cloudy, but there is lots of midges. There's no wind whatsoever, so lots of midges. So I thought, I'm not going to hang around too long. I'll get inside, get everything zipped up, and I've just plotted out tomorrow's route. It's looking around about the same as today's, so we're about halfway obviously, and time for a good night's sleep I think. So I'll see you in the morning. Bye for now. Good morning. I had quite a reasonable sleep last night. What about you, Amy? Good sleep? Good. It's a bit mistier this morning. The rain is going to come in and out for the next hour by the looks of the forecast, but we're going to get some breakfast on the go, get packed away and get moving for 7 AM hopefully. It's 6:25 now. Amy's already got her breakfast, time to make mine. Another great night's sleep in the Lux Hex Peak. So that's it, we're packed away, 7 AM on the dot. No trace left whatsoever, as always. And it was a nice little stealthy spot where we're out of the way of the view from the village and away from the path. So, quite happy with that one. You ready? That's a no. Let's do it anyway. Okay, we're back on the path. Let's get going. So we've been quite lucky with the weather so far this morning. Although it's quite grey, it has been raining off towards Kinder, and it's raining there now, and raining over Lady Bower at the moment. And it was also raining down towards Chatsworth, so we've been in this middle point now that has got away with it. Thankfully, we managed to pack away all the kit, dry, so it's all good. We're dropping down into Abney Clough now. It's a nice big anthill. That's quite a nice climb out the valley there. Beautiful place, Abney Clough, and we're now going to be heading over towards the River Derwent. Just got to navigate through this gate first. 2 hands needed. Hathersidge. So we're now crossing the mighty River Derwent, and these stepping stones are quite slippy, but we've managed to get across without, well, almost managed to get across without taking a bath. Although I could probably do with one. And we're there. Welcome back. So, since I last spoke to you, about 3 hours has passed. We've just climbed up a hill. That's not Amy, that's Ray. So,
a lot younger.
A lot younger. Amy had a horse riding exam, so we got the bus back to Bakewell. I took her there in the car, went back, grabbed Ray, we've come back to Hathersage, picked up where we left off, and now we're climbing up towards Stanage Edge. And we've made it up onto Stanage. The breeze has picked up again, and it's turning into quite a nice day actually. A little bit cloudy, but that's not too bad. When Amy and I were waiting at the bus station at Hathersage earlier on, it was throwing it down at about 9 o'clock. So, in a way, it was a blessing in disguise that I got to take Amy for the to the horses and then come back, because well, it's a lot better, a lot more pleasant now. So, we've arrived at High Neb on Stanage Edge. So we've got a bit more of the edge to walk, and then we're going to head down to Cutthroat Bridge, and then along Ladybower to the Yorkshire Bridge Inn for a drink possibly, or food, and then we're going to head up and over Win Hill, which is just in the background there. So after leaving the path that finishes near the road from Stanage Edge, we've done a short road section of a few hundred metres and then crossed over to the right on the road that leads you towards Strines Moor. And now we've just come down this path here, beyond this house, and then we're going to work our way down to Cutthroat Bridge. Cutthroat Bridge. So we're back on track again. Thought we'd try the Ladybower Inn as we were passing. Never been in there before, because we'd always perhaps go to the Yorkshire Bridge, but quite nice. So we're wandering across the dam wall now at Ladybower, and we're getting ready for the final climb of the route. I think we're probably around about 25 miles in at this stage, and the last section is over Win Hill, so we're going to zigzag up a little bit, but I'm ready for it. Almost there. Whew. And we've made it to the top of Win Hill. The trig point is just over there. That's a nice sharp climb out of the valley there. If you like a good climb, check out Parking Clough as well. That's a nice thigh burner all the way up from the reservoir. We've come a slightly easier route, just takes a bit of the sting out of the tail a little bit, but beautiful views. It's raining over towards Bleaklow. Hopefully it's not coming this way. And we've made it. We've arrived in Hope, 27 miles in. I'll put some information on screen now about elevation gain and things like that once I've worked it out, because I've got a few different track logs that I need to piece together. But it's been a really good route and I'm so glad that I finally got around to doing it. So as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.